Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamir Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka gets appointed as chairman of the Indian Ocean Rim Association. Ceylon Chamber of Commerce strives to strengthen economic partnership with Singapore. News in detail. Sri Lanka will assume the chairmanship of the Indian Ocean Rim Association for the period from 2023 to 2025 at the forthcoming 23rd Council of Ministers meeting to be hosted by Sri Lanka later this year in Colombo. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Council of Ministers meeting will be preceded by the 25th meeting of the Committee of Senior Officials. This is the second time that Sri Lanka will assume the IORA Championship, having previously served as the chair from 2003 to 2004. The Indian Ocean Rim Association is the only intergovernmental regional forum that brings together 23 littoral states of the Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka is a founding member of the Indian Ocean Rim Association, which marked its 25th anniversary in 2022. The Council of Ministers is the highest decision-making body of the Indian Ocean Rim Association. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri will be the chair of the Council of Ministers during Sri Lanka's chairmanship. The Foreign Ministry informs that Sri Lanka has chosen strengthening regional architecture, reinforcing Indian Ocean identity as the theme for its chairmanship of IORA. The primary objective of the Indian Ocean Rim Association is to promote regional economic integration and enhance trade and investment. It also focuses on areas such as maritime safety and security, fisheries management, tourism and cultural exchanges, and women's economic empowerment. The Sri Lanka-Singapore Business Council of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce led a multi-sectoral 19-member delegation to Singapore. The delegation participated at the forum to showcase Sri Lanka's tech talent and growing potential in a multitude of other sectors. The forum was organized in collaboration with the Singapore Business Federation and Enterprise Singapore and was supported by the Sri Lankan High Commission in Singapore. The forum represented an engagement effort to continue with the SLS-BCA's mandate to foster trade relations between Sri Lankan corporations and their Singaporean counterparts. The delegation comprised representatives from manufacturing, agriculture, spa, venture capital, poultry, and tech startup sectors. Among the highlights of the three-day forum was the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Sri Lanka-Singapore Business Association and the SLS-BC. The forum comprised presentations and networking events, providing delegates with opportunities to connect and engage with Singaporean companies as well as chambers of commerce. A panel discussion titled Sri Lanka Way Forward was also held during the visit, featuring the High Commissioner of Sri Lankan in Singapore, Sashikala Premawardhan. The 22nd Annual General Meeting of the Sri Lanka-China Business Council of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce was held recently at the boardroom of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce. The chief guest of the event was the Economic and Commercial Councillor, Embassy of People's Republic of China, Li Guanzhou. The council was formed with the main objective of promoting trade, investment, services and tourism between Sri Lanka and China. Chaminda Pereira was re-elected as the president of the Sri Lanka-China Business Council for the year 2024. During the review period, the Council had arranged a series of events and meetings aimed at conducting business with China. These initiatives also encompass the Lantern Night of Fellowship, providing a platform for members to connect with the members of the Council and the embassy officials. The Council also arranged B2B meetings with a visiting delegation from Hebei province of China, connecting the Chinese delegation and the Sri Lankan business community. Another highlight was a panel discussion organized by the Council under the title China Open for Business, What's Next for Sri Lanka? The event featured the participation of Minister for Investment Promotion Dilum Mamunugama and Member of Parliament Harsha De Silva. This discussion delved into aspects such as strategies for Sri Lanka to capitalize on opportunities, enhance trade with China and boost tourism. Further, the panel addressed the ways in which China could assist the Sri Lankan economy in its recovery from internal and external debt restructuring. Stay tuned, we will return after this short commercial break.
star, see that out.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back after the break. Opposition MP M.A. Sumandiran says that the independence of the judiciary of the country is under the threat of being made to follow the dictates of the government. The Member of Parliament said this at a public conference held under the theme Democracy, Executive and Judiciary organised by the Bar Association of Sri Lanka recently.
The judiciary is under attack. The judiciary is being cajoled, the judiciary is being threatened. Many things are being done to the judiciary to subjugate the judiciary to the other branches of the government. Now, we as legal professionals and others stand up for the judiciary, for the independence of the judiciary, because that is absolutely crucial for a functioning democracy. Time and again, this happens, that the rulers who constitute the executive and are part of the legislature think that they must have their own way, that there must not be any interference into what they think is their preserve. But that is where an independent judiciary comes in, to protect the rights of the citizen, to protect the rights of the people, and in that functioning, the judiciary has a singular and a very specific, important role to play.
The media director of Sri Lanka Institute of National Tourist Guide Lecturers, Richard James, said that illegitimate tourist guide practices will tarnish the image of Sri Lanka as a travel destination. He said this when the SLI and TGL as a collective asked for a relief with regard to illegal guiding practices carried out by some elements holding a press conference in Colombo recently.
So this is actually at the moment the main source of income to the country undoubtedly. So therefore we must save this. As well as using the unauthorized guides in Sri Lanka would tarnish the image, as they also try to get short-term benefits and then they just give up the groups. So we would really lose the opportunities to the country where the markets would go to the other countries. Sri Lanka is not only the country for the tourists to come. We have got plenty of competitors around the world. There are plenty of countries to go around the world. If any tout do some mischievous things in the country, they would call it was done by a guide. So it would tarnish our image as well, because we carry our prestige, we carry a good charisma in the society. We bring the revenue to the country. We also contribute to the society to bring more revenue in the country. We have had many discussions with the local authorities, but due to their inefficiency that they have not done anything so far. But we have made so many discussions with them, but we never met any solution that they came up to solve our issues. And therefore we have gone for the legal proceedings. So we are looking forward to hear for a favorable response in future for the betterment of the members of 1,500 and 2,000 members in our association.
A Goal International is bringing together all girls and boys from rugby playing schools to play under their college colours in a 7-a-side tag rugby tournament at the CRN FC grounds on the 16th of this month. The event was officially revealed by the head of A Goal International, Dilroy Fernando, in Colombo on Tuesday. This event is being organised by A Goal International for the 7th time. 16 teams combining past students of brother and sister schools will get the opportunity to participate in the rugby competition. The organisers said that the event will be a day of fun is planned out for the players and their families in a carnival atmosphere with street food, a children's play area and music. The event is set to start at 1 p.m. and will go on till midnight and will include 44 rugby games in total. The bowl finals are scheduled to begin at 7:30 p.m. with the plate finals and the cup finals scheduled to be played afterwards. The Sea Rugby Cup last year was clinched by Dharmaraja Mahamaya, while Trinity Hillwood and St. Benedict's Good Shepherd Convent won the plate and bowl championships respectively.
The school and the sister schools will be participating like last year's competition. We have got 16 teams, which is again boy and girl schools, so sister schools basically. So the teams are Royal Visaka, Isipatana St. Paul's, St. Joseph St. Richard's, Kingswood, and Girls High School Candy, Wesley Methodist, DS Ranayaka Cinema Bandaranayaka, Anand Museums, Trinity Hillwood, Candy and Ladies. So Trinity got two sister schools. St. Thomas's Bishops, St. Anthony's Good Shepherd Convent, St. Silver's St. Anthony's Girls' School, Garurata Mahamaya, St. Benedict's Good Shepherd Convent, Vidyartha Pushpadana, St. Peter's Holy Family, and Thurston Ratnavali. So these are the schools. So one of the tournament conditions are for the boys' schools is you have to find girls from their sister schools. So earlier tournaments, what happened was we had girls representing their not as sister school, but few girls from the forces or the clubs who participated. But this time and the last year, we changed that. It's a must that you find girls from your sister school. So it's becoming more interesting basically. And also you people, they meet their old friends. Some of them last year they were saying they met some of the old girlfriends from their sister schools after 15 to 20 years.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on mixed notes today. The all share price index gained 3.8 points to close at 11,357.45 and the S&P SL20 dropped 5.38 points to close at 3,213.46. The turnover was 1.5 billion rupees and over 55 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all on news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.
State of Business was sponsored by
IWS Aviation.